Back on 4th Street, we are going to talk about Arkansas State, Southern Miss this weekend for homecoming, 6 p.m. ESPN Plus. And now it's time for our game picks. Nathan, why don't you start us off? The line is the first time Southern Miss has actually been favored against an FBS opponent this season. The line is 4.5. The over/under is 55.5. Who are you thinking? The Red Wolves and the Golden Eagles battling out Saturday night.
Yeah, I think we got another slight defensive battle. I think the offenses will look a lot better, or at least Southern Miss's will look better than last week's. So I think that 55 is a tough over/under to go over on. So I'm going to lean on defense here, and that the turnovers win the game for Southern Miss, even though the score probably should be bigger with 3 turnovers for the Eagles and none three. They forced 3 and have none themselves. So I'm going to go 24-20 Southern Miss. I still think Arkansas State covers.
What I thought was interesting is that Arkansas State safety, I think I had his name, Justin Parks. Yeah, he said we've yet to put a complete game together in 3 phases. Coach Hall also said something similar after the game last week. So it's 2 teams in similar, situations. I think you're going to see a bunch of, similar problems. I think it's going to be a close game. But I have the edge going to Southern Miss, being that it's homecoming, they're at home. And I think we've seen them compete against better teams. No discredit to Arkansas State, but they almost beat Liberty and won against Tulane. So I think they can win this game. I'm going to have it close. Similar score to Nathan, play with his numbers. 23-21 Southern Miss.
Wow. So you have Arkansas State covering as well. And both of y'all are under. Okay. Jackson, who you got?
Yeah, I also think this is going to be a bit of a close game. I'm playing with Charlie's numbers just a little bit, but this is a game where I think the turnover battle is going to be key, right? And in my bold prediction, I predicted that Southern Miss would turn Arkansas State over more than Southern Miss turns the ball over. That was not a great way of saying that, but I think Arkansas State turns it over more than Southern Miss does in this game, and I think that's going to be the difference. I have this being a close game as well. Arkansas State covers, but I have Southern Miss prevailing at home, 27-23, and I believe that is under as well.
It is, sir. So I think that this season Southern Miss has faced like stout defenses for the first few games of the season, right? Like Liberty, great defense, and they were actually able to move the ball against them. Miami, obviously way more talented than Southern Miss, and they actually hung in there pretty well. Tulane and Troy, we said last week on the podcast, like if they played on a neutral site, I don't even know who would win. And we're not the Northwestern State thing, but
Demons.
Yeah, but for this game, I do think Southern Miss is actually going to have an ability to move the ball on Arkansas State's defense, because I don't think Arkansas's defense is the most talented in the Sun Belt, obviously, and I don't think they're the most talented defense the Southern Miss has seen. So I think they're going to be able to move the ball. I think it's homecoming. I think this is the game that the defense plays well, Southern Miss's offense plays well, and the defense puts the offense in position to score the ball. I think that's going to be the key, and I do have Southern Miss covering. So Southern Miss 27-17 over Arkansas State. So I think it's like 24-17, and then Briggs Bourgeois hits a field goal late, and then it moves it to 10, and so Southern Miss covers there. And that's still under the 55.5, because I do think that it's just going to be low scoring. That's just the reality we live in. If Southern Miss is going to win a game, they're going to have to do it low scoring. We haven't, outside of the Northwestern State game, we haven't seen them in position to win a game where it's 45-42, and I don't think we see that in the future. So my game pick 27-21. Austin is not here today, but his game pick is Southern Miss 17-10. So that is also under, and that is Southern Miss covering as well. So that's our game picks here on 4th Street. Southern Miss, Arkansas State. Southern Miss across the board for the first time since Northwestern State.